So before we crack on, let's go through some very basic anatomy to talk about the muscles that are going to influence the top side of your arm, more commonly known as the biceps. Now, why have I said it in that way? It's because there's another muscle involved called the brachialis that we'll be focusing on in this quick tutorial as well. You've got the short head, which originates at the coracoid process and inserts into the radial tuberosity. Then you've got the long head, which originates from the supraglenoid tubercle, and this one goes again all the way down into the radial tuberosity. And then under the biceps, we have the brachialis, and this kind of peeks out from under the biceps, so it helps build some bulk on the outside of the arm. But because it's under the biceps, we can actually grow that muscle so that the top side of the bicep comes out further, and so that's going to make your arms look bigger too. Let me show you three of my favorite exercises that are going to help stimulate the long head, the short head, and the brachialis. So short head, typically we want to be training the biceps with the elbow away from the body. So my current favorite exercise for this is, you may have seen the spider curl. So that's going to get us into that short head position because the elbows are away from the rib cage. But I like to turn this into a single arm. You want to get into position, so push yourself right into the bench, push your hips right down into the bench. I'm rotating the body out slightly, and then this is going to allow me to really curl in. I'm also holding the bench here for some extra anchor. Keeping as stable as possible through this movement is really going to help you to perform this movement as effectively as possible. So next we're going to train the biceps in a lengthened position and target the long head of the biceps more. And rather than having the elbow in front of the rib cage, we have the elbow behind the rib cage. And so this is what this incline does. Now, something else that you can do, as we did in the spider curl, we turn the palm in to preferentially target the short head. So we're going to turn the palm out slightly to preferentially target the long head. Grab the dumbbells. I like to start with my arms locked so that I know that I'm in the fully lengthened range. Palms out slightly, and then I'm going to pull all the way in. Nice squeeze at the top before I lengthen all the way down. And then when I'm at the bottom, I feel my triceps contract so that I know that I'm fully lengthened, and then I pull all the way in again, squeeze at the top, and then release all the way down. So the final move that we've got is the hammer curl. Now this is obviously going to train your biceps as well as you are flexing your arm, but it's also, because your hands are in a pronated position, that's what's going to help target the brachialis more, that muscle that rests under the biceps that's going to push the biceps up and give some bulk to the outer arm. So this one's really simple. Just make sure that your knees are bent slightly, nice tight grip on the dumbbells, and then you're going to pull the top of the dumbbells up, keeping the elbows flared away from the rib cage slightly before you go back down. You don't need to pin them in so much, just keep them in a natural position so that your arms can move in a natural arm path. And you'll see at the top, as I do this, because I'm moving in a natural arm path, the dumbbells tilt in ever so slightly. Now, I'm not saying that you need to tilt the dumbbells in, but I'm saying that that's what you should observe at the top of the movement when you get there, because you're allowing your biceps to move in a natural arm path. And as mentioned, this pronated grip is going to help stimulate the brachialis much more than it usually would in this supinated position here. So there you have it, guys, 3 exercises that you can use to ensure that you are building bulk to your biceps. Let me know your favorite ones. Let me know which ones you're doing already. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments.